This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
Hey everybody, today we're going to be looking at something that completely caught me off guard. And I am a huge fan of Dystopian Wars, and it has been bought out by this really cool company. I believe they bought it out. It's Wayland Games, War Cradle Studios. It's one of the two. And I'm really looking forward to that. But today they sent me something that completely blew me away, and that is Wild West Exodus. This is the second edition. First edition was a while ago, and it was something that I completely just went right over my head. Well, I'm going to tell you something. This looks like a little box for a starter box, but you won't believe how much comes in this box. And we're going to go open it up, and we're going to go take a look, and we'll be back, and we'll talk a little bit about this and our plans of what we plan on doing with this fantastic set. So, as you can see, this is not a huge box, but they pack a lot of stuff, a lot of goodness in this box. So let's take a look. Right here, you got the bases that you're going to need, and these bases are really nice. These are some really nice bases that you could really do some fantastic things with. These actually come in here, but I'll show you what's in there in a minute. That's the action and adventure cards. You get 4 10-sided dice. These cards here, this is pretty much is going to explain your whole posse with their stats. It's really cool because it's a bullet chamber. So each one of these stats are going to be things that you're going to have to test abilities and so forth and so on. Here's your special abilities. He has a bionic arm and a really nasty pistol that has a range 10 that will really make things kind of fun. Then, of course, any kind of armory that you want to use. It's really cool that everything's all listed here for you. They make it real easy. Unit common rules, so you make sure you have those in front of you. And then when you want to build a posse, this is really, really neat because you're the boss, and then you have to fill the slots to build up your posse. So these are the things that you're going to be allowed to take to fill up your posse. And that's the Tombstone themed posse. And I just think that's fantastic. Some negative conditions, and then of course positive conditions that you're gonna run into, and then of course more of our what comes in the box. You get all these figures in here, and then the Lawman faction armory. That is going to be important to you. The models, again, this all fits into this box, which is just shocking. And this is just from looking from what I've seen, these are very, very detailed and beautiful, as you can see. There's no skimping here whatsoever. You are going to get a blast plate. Okay. How do they fit that in there? I'd like to know, along with this really thick rule book. Again, as I try to put it back, how do you put this all back? But this really gives you everything that you're going to need. It explains everything, the unit's attributes, like I said, their name, their trait, what faction they belong to. On the back, there's going to be some text and some common rules that you're going to need, and everything's just giving you the whole anatomy of a card. Of course, there are so many different units, and this book is over 100 and something pages, and somehow this all fit in here, and some deep storyline to go with it. You get a ruler, you get your tokens. Now, the thing that I wanted to show you guys is some of the things that are really interesting about this game and how actions are determined. You're gonna basically determine, and you're going to pick a unit, particularly say we decided to pick Jesse James. Well, guess what? You would grab one of these cards and say, well, I'm gonna activate Jesse James. Well, this card says how many actions he has, and it could be anything from
a lousy thing where it's 1 all the way up to 3. So these are all going to be shuffled. Also, any kind of determinations or things that you need to make where both of you have to draw a card at once, you will compare numbers up in the corner here. These cards are really cool because these are your glory and your guts cards. They can do things to help you out, like give you an additional action point. So you might end up with 4 to 5 action points. Some of the glory things can change some of the victory conditions and victory points and stuff like that. So a nice little twist just when you think you got everything figured out. Well, watch out. You may have to deal with these cards as well. All this stuff comes in this box, which is just absolutely mind-blowing. I'm just going to show you on the back of the box how many units come, because I've yet to put these all together. So you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 units. Some of these auto dogs, there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces in here, enough to get going. And just a phenomenal box set. I mean, you get Frank and Jesse James, Wide Earp and Doc Holliday, Rangers Interceptors, the K9 gun dogs, which are just wait till you see these things in action. They're absolutely fantastic. So let's take it up top. I'm looking forward to getting this together and showing you how this game plays. This is going to be amazing and a lot of fun.
Is that ridiculous? I mean, is that ridiculous? Now, they also sent me a box of the Posse, the Gunfighters. So you have about 700 points or so of this stuff. And I just think this is amazing how much... I mean, did you see how much was stuffed in this box? You get the full rule book. You get... the mechanisms are just really cool, you know, as we talked a little bit about. And I'm looking forward to putting this together, getting it painted, and getting it in the table and showing you guys how it plays. There's a couple of great videos out there already. You could check out Outlaw Miniatures does everything, and they're just miles and light years ahead of everyone else. But definitely check that out. But we're going to do our own little thing, just like we do here all the time. We're going to have a lot of fun, and most of all, show you guys this and my version of how we do things. That's all. So until next time, it is your old pal Rob saying, hey, go check this out, Wild West Exodus, because we're going to be painting this, and we're going to be playing this, and we're going to be doing it live on the mighty Orin TV here. So until next time, we'll see you soon.